Hello everyone, Fire Emblem 7 Hector Mode Intended Ranks Chapter 26 Unfulfilled Hearts, here with another chapter with probably the most difficult enemies to deal with in Fire Emblem 7 as far as unpromoted ones go, a bunch of wyverns. That's why I'm not surprised that Altissimo, of course, brought Will, Rebecca, and Geets, and Wrath, and Dorcas. What's up? How's it going?
I'm good, how are you doing?
I'm so excited. Ooh, this is like the whole Hero Crest squad over here. Look at that, it's all four of them.
I actually originally intended to bring Urk over Dorcas because I thought I did the calculation and it was close enough that I could barely squeeze out the Hero Cresters winning even without that, but it didn't work out. So I had to go back and just decided to bring Dorcas instead.
Ah. Oh, and you're getting the A+ drops on Canas. Interesting. That's not exactly the unit that has the most levels to go, but I guess in a way it is because he's gonna make it past the threshold. Or rather, he's leveling past promotion, I guess. So,
He is.
Interesting.
My decision for the Alphas drops isn't always practical. I've in the past I've just given it to units that I thought were basically kind of the MVP of the run,
Oh,
rather than
for the rank screen, of course.
yeah. So in one case, I actually gave them to Matthew because he happened to get to level 20 speed before 19XX, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, all right, we're giving it to Matthew.
That makes a lot of sense. I also noticed that your funds ranking dropped below 4 stars for this one.
Yes,
Oh.
that's because of Farina.
Oh.
And yeah.
Blame Farina, why don't you? Could have just had more money.
Yeah, I mean, effectively 40,000.
Yep. Ripperino to Casherino. Oh well, that's probably gonna be made up somewhere, but it is interesting.
Yeah.
I see that you decided that the lords needed a bunch of help, so you brought over. You were like, we need reinforcements, and they brought over Dorcas. They're like, no, I need actual reinforcements, like people that help. Why did you bring Dorcas here?
Hey, you'll see what Dorcas gets up to. It's not too bad.
I'm pretty sure that Dorcas cannot double these wyverns. I think half of them at least have iron lances, so that's why I call them some of the enemies, because they outrange you, especially with all the terrain here, and they have the 7 move, and they have, I think, just enough speed to where most, like, the scrubbiest units probably can't double them, but they're still like strong enough to like 2-shot most units. Especially if you have untrained lords in this chapter, it can be a little bit of a hassle to keep them out of combat.
You'll see.
You don't, of course.
You'll see. All right, I've also got Florina and Heath, both of which are really close to being able to promote, and this is just, I mean, flyers are good at this map in general, but it's also going to be a chance to get them finally up to promotion level in preparation for upcoming chapters.
Heath, what are you doing? You're still carrying Dorcas. Why are you fighting that shaman? This is an interesting start for sure. I always thought that if you like really aggressive early on, that can pay off. But what? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I think this is the best I could do to get Heath as far north as possible. I don't quite remember.
I guess no one else in that group can drop Dorcas, so we had to have Heath end with someone rescued. And I guess, yeah, if you wanted to get XP, that's one way to do it. This
also sets them up well so the lords can kill. I don't know necessarily if the lords would have doubled and killed otherwise.
Yeah, I think your Lin, I don't know, depends. Brigands are not that bulky, but I can see them having trouble. Eliwood is good, though. Maybe he would have. You never know.
Possibly Eliwood.
Yeah, I mean, we might get a glimpse at the forecast here. Plus, like, I guess it gives Pent an opportunity to get some healing in for extra XP.
Yeah, I had a fire and a heal on Eliwood to give to him, so that he's not just stuck with the very expensive Fire.
Yeah.
And here's where I said you'll see.
Oh god, Dorcas is going in. That's if you thought last chapter was a bunch of XP for Dorcas from chipping, watch this, I guess. Damn.
Yep.
I would think they would still go for Heath, depending on the forecast, because, you know, weapon triangle and force.
Possibly. It doesn't matter. I mean, Heath's gonna, get out of here.
Yeah,
he's not sticking around. But I don't know how many of them are gonna follow him down.
And it can't be all of them. It's, at some point they'll get clogged up.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes a lot more sense now why you like sending people to get injured, because killing XP, that makes sense. Oh god, Wilco barely 1v1 these nomads, no.
he can't, he just needs some chippy XP desperately.
Yeah. Damn, that's sad, I'm so
but
sorry.
Raph can actually properly double enemy nomads.
God. I get... But Argent makes a lot of sense, right? They're effective against wyverns, they can counter these nomads. I was like, Raven and Guy, and then on top of the force deployed lords, I don't know what place they have in here, but I guess there's also a fair amount of brigands they can fight, at least.
Yeah, Raven is literally just because I need hero cresters. He's actually probably the least useful unit that I brought to this chapter. Him and Guy. Because just swords aren't a great weapon type to have here. But it's like I needed that hero crest EXP, so I just had to settle with that. I would have preferred to bring like Urk and Lucius, who are, you know, pretty good against a lot of these enemy types, as far as like, you know, actually being able to do damage and hit hard, that kind of thing. But unfortunately couldn't spare them. Maybe if I had raised some of my hero crest units more earlier on, I would have been able to do that, but
I paid attention to the XP gain for Dorcas and Heath. I think Dorcas was getting 7 to 9 experience for chipping, and Heath was getting, I want to say 7 experience for both killing and not killing these wyverns. He's one-running them somehow when he's got enough, when they're low rolling on defense or HP. That's pretty good. And he's 20.
Yeah, he's 20. Wouldn't have liked for, or didn't like that he kept having to fight wyverns after that, but it's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not gonna kill my run entirely, so.
As we like to say sometimes, that's it. Reset the whole run. Oh, Rebecca got a 1-round KO with a crit. You don't see that often. I mean, you don't see that often when in the contest where you just have places to build supports like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he needs to get out of here. I think he's surrounded, but they're weakened, so Dorcas can free him, and then he can run away from most of them. You'll still be in range, but like whatever.
Not with what I have planned for some of these guys. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just showing off Cap's stats.
17 speed and 20 strength. That's godly. Give me that for a draft race any day. Minus the fact where he almost died. Don't do that.
Well, yeah.
Here we go. Second promoted unit, I think?
Yes. Yeah, we haven't promoted Florida yet, and nor Bartray, who is not level 20 anyway.
To everyone's surprise. Oh, didn't Chem 1-round Shamans. I'm so focused on Ellie good that I forgot that Lynn was also good. And then, oh, okay, Ellie, alright. I see what you're doing here. I see what you're gonna do. Good thing we got that Worm Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, and some of the wyverns might be lured down to attack this group, but like after that, everyone that spawns should be going for Dorcas because the other guys aren't in range. So. Yeah,
and whenever they're not in range of anyone, I think they still prefer flying towards their gathering points.
The wyvern con.
Yeah, the wyvern conventions. I always say this whenever I do FE7 commentary. I think it's the center of each border is where it is.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, it's not the corners. It's like the halfway points between each corner, basically, on the sides. I think that's where they always fly towards if they don't have anyone in range, which most enemies just go towards whatever player unit is nearest them in terms of how many turns it takes for them to get there. It's kind of funny that works. And then you can trap them infinitely if you don't want to fight them like in a real-time setting. But of course, in a ranked one, you want to do the opposite. You want to fight them all. In fact, you can think of this as another route map with a turn limit, like we did for the previous event maps, of course.
More or less, I'm not going to be bothering with the Vaida squad, except for the ones that are like not in range of Vaida's spear. But other than that, yeah, it's basically going to try to be a route map. I don't think I'm successful at killing every single enemy, just because using 4 units for it, but it's close.
Yeah, I had a faint hope you would like fight Vaida for like a couple turns to get XP out of her, because she is level 9 promoted, but it's so dangerous. I don't think anyone but Hawkeye can do it in your squad.
Yeah, certainly not my unpromoted scrubs. Like maybe like Kanas or something with, I don't even know what he would need to be able to do that, but I don't think that would work out.
I don't remember how much speed Vaida has. I want to say it's like 19 or 20, if not more. I don't remember how much speed Kanas has, but I think even he has like a good shot of getting just right at 1 round. And good, he can't use the peaks either, so he's not going to be that good.
Yeah, so it's difficult.
But he probably could hit her with Luna at least. That's something, because her res is also insanely good.
Right, that's why I was thinking Kanas in the first place.
Oh yeah. Alright, and now Heath can weaken enemies. That's good. That's a good quality. He doesn't necessarily kill them. But when I thought you were like, he was setting him up for Pent, I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure there's better ways to feed that XP. No.
Absolutely.
But yeah, this is absolutely a point in the game where I think you feel the XP cut the hardest, because besides Vaida, there is 1 promoted enemy on the map. Everything else is unpromoted. But your units are likely, in a casual playthrough, are promoted at this point. So And even if they're unpromoted, like we saw the XP gain on like Dorcas and Heath, it was not that good. And they're like level, I don't remember what Dorcas is at, but Heath is like was level 19 when he was fighting. Do you know what Dorcas is at roughly?
Probably
15?
The worst.
Maybe? He got a lot in 25.
Yeah. Dorcas, he just went to 16.
Okay.
We just saw him level up.
Sweet 16 party for Dorcas.
But yeah, like after this map, starting with Pale Flower of Darkness, you start to see a lot more promoted enemies. So yeah, this is probably this is also probably one of my least favorite maps in the game. Not probably, it is one of my least favorite maps in the game. But yeah, the whole unpromoted enemies thing just makes it kind of a slog more than anything else.
Yeah, I think in my usual Hector hard mode runs, it's like just not trivial enough to where you can just like lazily spam enter. You still have to pay attention, but in the most annoying way possible, where it's like if you don't pay attention you die, but if you do pay attention it's not exactly a technically complicated map. The real value for me in watching this is just like seeing how you're getting the scrub skills, really.
Right.
And the Dorcas maneuver is really cool. The fort's there, because it's kind of hard to get people like him there without getting interrupted on his way up, because the wyverns can outrange him, but this worked out really well.
Yeah. It worked a little too well, actually. You'll see that a little later. It's pretty funny.
Oh no.
But that's not till near the end of the map. Yeah, Raven showing his not really solid competency against these enemy wyverns.
It was like, what, 5-shotting them with an iron sword or something?
It's something stupid like that, and of course you can't do range.
Yeah, there's not that many javelin guys here though, but I think the reinforcements having javelins is really annoying for him. He'd rather have like, you would almost rather have Bartre sit there alone with a hand axe, right?
Yeah, but I need some way for Raven to be able to do something. This is me just badly.
Which hand axe do I use? Help!
No, I was just trying to order them correctly. It took me longer than it should have.
Or just too stupid to figure out which of these hand axes to throw at the enemy.
Yeah, it's in universe. It's Bartre having this issue. He can't count.
Well, I use many hand axes. A few hand axes do trick. I like the three.
That is cool.
4 bogies just sitting in their corner doing nothing in a vibrant chapter. It's quite funny to me. Ooh, is that Florina with the one-use javelin baiting a wyvern over? That I see?
Possibly.
Possibly. I see Ella would bait it to Luna Shaman. Probably doesn't face that much crit from him because his luck is kind of good, but still some likely. I didn't see it. He might
It's not in range of Hector.
Yeah, I don't think so either. He was like 1 down from where he is right now. Hector was 4 spaces away. Get him out of there. There's a sage there. Watch out, Ella. It's a promoted enemy. Ooh, FE7 sages. Ooh.
So yeah, now that Heath promoted, he's not going to be doing a whole lot of combat, other than like setting up kills and things, but he's just kind of around as a fairy unit. So but it is good to get his unpromoted training over with.
I'm half expecting you to like give him a slim lance and weaken enemies with that, because his strength is so good, he might one-run enemies with iron at this point.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I didn't do that, but it's not a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, the only drawback is the slim lance gives him a little bit of extra crit, but hey, if he crit kills like 1 enemy every now and then, who cares, right?
Right.
If only you had Dorcas and Bartre up here with the support. Uh-oh, Dorcas, are you gonna be okay? You have 13 HP left. You're gonna be wondering what happened to Dorcas if this goes wrong.
Oh no! Yeah, these wyverns, they poisoned his mutton.
Yeah. I don't think any of them have poison lances, do they?
No, they wouldn't. So it doesn't even apply for this chapter.
Rip.
So
he didn't commit to the bit.
He got 6 experience for killing the wyvern.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot. These are like, what, level 12 or something? Level 14?
It's stupid, yeah. And now he's level 17.
He's like 3-shotting them. I mean, it's still like a good amount of XP if you factor in all the chips he needs to get there.
Which is a lot, yes.
Alright, those shaman reinforcements from the right side are quite annoying. Are you like, do you want to feed Louise at all? Considering she's like a low-level promoted unit? She doesn't seem like a great way to get experience on your rank, but...
I don't know about this chapter, but she does show up to several chapters later. So we will see her gaining several levels.
That's good. I approve.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
The wyverns are mostly going for Dorcas, So I like, and that's fine with me because he's an unpromoted unit. But you can see that some of the ones on the right side of the map are like just not doing that, not doing the go towards the center thing. So I do have to find ways to deal with them. I don't remember if Luis is involved or not.
I think they're headed for the center point on the right side of the map instead of the top for some reason.
Oh, maybe that's it. Okay.
Because there's points on all 4 sides of the map as far as I know. Since you don't really see units go there very much because there's almost always someone they can go for after that. The way you
Speed!
Yay, that's a good partial level up.
Yeah, really good level up, yeah.
No strength, but that's okay. He's got plenty of strength.
Yeah.
I mean, not enough. I think he's still like 2-shotting wyverns, barely.
He's got the same speed as Dorcas now.
Oh wow, they finally caught up. Let's go. The oldest pitfall of it in the book in action. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I asked about Luis because I'm assuming Pent is gonna show up like every now and then whenever he's like his qualities are needed. He's obviously so good he can get kills whenever he wants, but he's not exactly great for setting up kills because he kills like everything in one round.
Yeah, really.
Staff XP is good.
Staff XP, restore access is really the big thing here. So that's going to be what he's going to be doing a lot of times he shows up. But also, I did mention this in the description, or not in the description. I don't even think I did that. I think I mentioned this earlier in our recordings. Is that one of my like unofficial sub goals was that I wanted to make it so that I got all 3 talks with Pent and Luis. Right. So that means, you know, at minimum I have to bring them to Cog of Destiny, Victory or Death, and Light.
I have to go into final for no reason other than completionism and flexing. I like that.
I mean, Pent isn't too bad there, but Louise actually doesn't do anything.
No.
Unfortunately, she has one use, and it's not a combat use. No, it is. Okay, never mind. I'll stop spoiling things.
It is nice to leave him as a surprise. It's it's funny how suboptimal Louise is sometimes. I think in draft races, ooh, Lynn, I hope you were okay there. I think in draft races, Louise is considered useful for a couple chapters, including final, because she can, I think, enemy face the snipers in Uhai's room after Uhai is dead. But that's back to normal mode context, so it's very different, of course.
True. I think she's legitimately very useful for Sands of Time. If you put her down in like the bottom area with the 4 units, with Pent support and with pretty high res, she's not too bad at like killing things through the wall, which there are a lot of things to kill through the wall. Mm-hmm. It can be useful there. And high res means she's not taking as much damage, and the Pent support can mean she doesn't get crit by Luna. Yeah, do similar things with her in draft races there. It's not a bad unit. Ironically, you don't want to draft her alongside Pent because then you care if she dies. Oh yeah, you lose Pent that way. That's fair.
But if you have them both, I guess it makes it less likely that she dies. But if there's like a chance at all, you don't want to risk that.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Oh, this is an awkward scenario with the archers here. I guess.
This sucks.
This sucks.
I'm just gonna say
they're all trapped in the wrong square, basically.
Yeah.
Oh well, we're gonna have Kanas frontline here, I guess. He's probably gonna get attacked at least by one of the wyverns. It's not the worst thing.
I mean, he's also in a forest. It's not going to be a big deal, as long as he doesn't kill them, which he might kill them, but it's just like, I need to open up that path so that the units can get in there.
Yeah, I mean, eventually you have to get the hammer at least, and maybe get in front of the reinforcements. I just thought of it as a concern as in, Kanas kills them in one round, I think, so they won't go to the archers, which I thought was the whole idea of sending them down there in the first place.
It was, but there's going to be some more turns of reinforcements, at least.
Oh yeah, there's always more turns in this chapter.
So, and this also happens, so...
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good that Rebecca just took an attack for no... Oh, Kanas! Okay, good job, Kanas. You did it.
I don't even think that was, like, rigged or anything. It was just like, okay. Well, that works out in my favor.
That's free XP estates.
Yeah.
Alright, keep trying, Bartre. Eventually you'll get a wyvern kill here. Gosh. He's like the same damage output as Dorcas as well. They're not stunned.
Yeah, they're similar strengths.
I think that might be what sours people on the fighters in probably Fire Emblem games in general. It's not just that they have stats that are low in some areas where they're expected. Like, people will forgive low speed on an armor knight, for instance, or low skill on an armor knight or a fighter. But the fact that their strength isn't like overkill super good, it's just kind of... It's above average, it's fine, but especially Dorcas just feels so mid strength-wise. He doesn't do that much damage to where he can afford to have all these low points. He's just a bad feel unit.
I know. I don't think I've ever promoted Dorcas. He's like probably the one unit I haven't promoted in one of these runs. Not the ranked run, just playing Fire Emblem 7 in general. Just because it just doesn't feel good to use him. I wish it was better. Like, I wish the fighters had more long-term capabilities. We know that actually I've gotten multiple super speed blast par trays.
Yeah.
So that worked out. But, like, the fact that Dorcas is only a 20% speed growth means you're never going to get there with him. And his strength isn't enough to, like, make up the difference.
Yeah, and at least in FE6, if you put up with them, eventually you'll get the juicy promotion bonus where they get, like, +6 speed in FE6. And here they get +0 instead, so you're not helping them at all.
Yeah.
None. Yeah. Just 0. Why? Why would you do this?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember what I need to do next. I might have accidentally done the wrong thing. I don't even remember.
If you have to improv in a chapter, it better be this one. It's like... it doesn't seem too hard to come out on top on this one. 11 strength Rebecca, not bad.
Yeah.
Gonna continue to be surprised about how not bad some of your unit stats are every now and then. Sometimes they miss a chapter here and there.
Fair enough, yeah. No, I mean, like, most units in this game are usable. That's...
Yeah.
Some people would have you believe otherwise, but, you know, shocking fact, you can use most units.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, getting them to the usable state is usually the hard part, but...
Right.
It's, if you're already setting up things in a way where enemies end up at low HP, like with Heath in this chapter, or Marcus in the early game, then the burden of training a unit reduces significantly. If you're already going to do that for a bunch of different units, then adding one more to the mix doesn't really change all that much about your strategy. Like, it doesn't hurt you as much as it does training, like, if you were just training, I don't know, Nino or something. It wouldn't be as bad.
No, that's how I feel. It's like a lot of people are like, the opportunity cost of training a unit is, you know, a big downside of having to do it. And it's like, well, you know, I've never really felt like that is as much of an issue as people make it out to be, because it's really easy to set up kills most of the time, like in the early game.
It's a bigger issue when you're discussing the unit viability. It's less of an issue when you're actually playing the game and you're just, you know, doing whatever the hell you want. It's more in the concept of like a tier list discussion where I think these kind of things actually matter. It doesn't impact any single thing. Well, it does impact you, but not in a way where it's so bad that you can't do it when actually playing the game.
Right.
It's just a measuring stick.
Yeah. That being said, Sophia is still almost unredeemable garbage.
Are you at chapter 14 right now? Are you recording chapter 14 right now?
No, but I had to. I finished the run and then had to redo it.
Oh no.
And then I have to rig like 30% hits in order for her to start getting some levels and not get skill.
I think Sophia was the cause of my Saul death in an Iron Man, because I took a risk trying to hit something with her, and then Saul died because she missed. Yeah. Like a hero stayed alive or something. He got wrecked.
Yeah, I remember that. Saul is a much better unit.
just a little bit. It's just like better stats, like 10 chapters before. Oh well. I think I've had someone on Reddit actually defend Sophia. I mean, not say like Sophia is better than Shanna, but like the person I was having the whole discussion with.
If you have to start like that, I'm a little concerned.
They weren't saying Shanna is worse than Sophia, but they did say that Sophia felt like she had a better payoff than Shanna, if that makes any sense. Because they were like, well, yes, you can just give her a bunch of stat boosters and then she turns out like a Nosferatu tank, whereas Shanna never has payoff. That was basically the argument they were making. I'm paraphrasing it, but basically they felt better using Sophia than Shanna, which, if you feel like that, that's fine, but I disagree heavily.
You can get, first off, you can give all those stat boosters to Shanna, but like even apart from that, I mean, I do like having units that can promote into healing. Like it's always fun when you can get someone that like gains utility like that on promotion. So not too opposed to that. Not that, you know, heal experience is any good in FE6. That you're not going to be doing anything other than just using your basic heal staff probably the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm. But as someone who's gotten Luna to warp level manually, yes. Painful. Yeah, this game you can feasibly get Canas to 8-rank stabs if you want them to, even in an LTC context. But in FE6, no, it's not happening.
Yeah. Just trying to get someone, like, I don't even care about warp. I care about restore. Yeah. And even just getting someone to restore rank in FE6 can be
C rank is huge. Also, because the warp in this game doesn't really add a whole lot anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you have it for like 5 chapters, and you barely have deployment slots for them in some of them. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I have warp in battle preparations. Yay! Nice one, Bartre. I was gonna call him Dorcas, but they basically do the same thing at this point.
I mean, yes. I don't remember why I let him miss Killer X. Maybe just there wasn't like a better RN to do things on or something.
It's gonna get the perfect enemy phase. Just watch. This is all set up. It's all part of the plan. And Florida, how close are you? This is like level 19, right? At the very least, like it's gotta be at this point.
She's just getting really poor troop XP. I don't even remember if she's gonna make 20 by the end of this chapter.
I think if she killed every single wyvern here, she would make it. Barely.
Wait, she pretty sure she is gonna get there. Just remembering what happens later, but yeah. It is just lots of grinding chippy XP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't blame you. At least she's on low enough HP where the enemies want to attack her, so the ones that were softened up before just get killed by her. That's good.
Yeah.
And it's nice to start next chapter, if you're deploying Flora Knight there again, to have her start promoted and get through the snow faster, regardless of which version you're going to.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I wanted to get her and Heath promoted.
She has the same strength and speed as Heath, basically, but like flipped around, I think. Like, I think Heath was at 20 strength, 17 speed, and I think Flora Knight's the reverse.
17 strength is so crazy in Florina, though, and it's not just because the energy ring or the Lin mode rings. Like, she's gotten a lot of strength level ups even in Hector mode.
Mm-hmm.
Best unit feel.
Yeah, this is the portion of the game where I think training a flyer really starts to feel like it pays off, especially when you get to like Cog of Destiny. Not having one is such a massive difference. But even in like Pale Flower of Darkness, it's just so nice to be able to skip parts and not worry about the magic that's flying around everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Heath works in his own way, where like he's a physically bulky one, but the Falcon Knights and their res, this is one of the few games where I think resistance is actually a good stat to have every now and then. Most games you can get by without a dedicated mage killer. Although your Florina has like 9 res, what the heck? That's not a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I also just like Falcon Knight, Pegasus Knight animations more than the Wyverns, even though Wyverns are really cool. So if I can get a good Falcon Knight, I'm like, yes, this feels great. I get to see these cool animations.
I don't know if I agree with that. The Falcon Knight ones are like, they just kind of fly up and do a little jab, right? That's it. The Wyverns have the... Well, I mean, I think the coolest one...
I like the concept of a Pegasus, okay?
Fair. That's fair. It's just like,
but
okay,
no,
so the coolest Wyvern animation is not in this game, I will admit. That's the Wyvern Knight from FE8, the one that does like a massive dive on them. That one is really cool. These ones are still not that exciting, but I like them more than the Falcon Knight ones.
Fair enough.
The concept is cool. I will agree with you there. But like we're in GBA Emblem. This is where all the cool animations are, and this is what we get. This is the game with the warrior crits and Lin animations and the Swordmaster crit. We can do better than that.
Sometimes I just legitimately like units because of their color scheme plus their animation combined. It's like I really like using Nino because I like her color scheme. And I like mage and sage female sprites.
Where the cape flies up everywhere every time they attack.
Yeah.
And they just blow something up with fire and you just see the wind to go through. It's great.
Oh, I didn't mention what the problem was that I was having with Dorcas. I'm trying to put Eliwood and Lin in range to bait some of those wyverns so they can get a little more experience.
Oh,
the wyverns won't go for them.
Are they high HP while Dorcas is slow?
Maybe? Or maybe they just see that he's super slow or something? I don't even know.
That's strange.
I don't remember if that is, if they're in range right now. I think that they might be in range of that leftmost one.
Dorcas is not low in HP, so that can't be it.
Oh, well, no, but the hand axe broke before these guys started, before the guy on the left attacks.
Yeah, that could be one reason that his weapon uses are low.
Wait,
that guy isn't healing AI, the left guy.
This might have happened a few turns ago then, and we were just talking about FE6 or something.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, they are. I think this chapter, like most chapter, has like 33% healing AI. So if they fall to that point, they will just sit on the fort and do nothing for a while.
Right.
Until they're healed above their threshold, wherever it is. It's like 50%, 75 maybe. Then they'll start moving again.
Right. So okay, so that one I understand, but some of the others just decided not to go for them. And I wasn't entirely sure why.
It's not a big deal, right? Because then they would get a couple more force deploys anyway.
It's not. It would have been nice to get that, just so I could have a little more security going into those other chapters, but it's all right. Like, it works out.
At least the XP isn't going to waste. It's going to Dorcas instead, so there can be some rearrangements.
Yeah. Yes, actually. It's not going to, like, I don't know, Kent or something.
Yeah, or level 20.
Where it doesn't need to be right now. Yeah.
Archer risking his own life out here. Still in character very much. Well, your Raven has 40 HP unpromoted. That's so much. What the heck? Where did he get there?
Yeah, jeez, what the heck?
He's got 6 less HP than Geets.
Incredible. Wish I could have promoted him. Actually, I don't even know about that. He got actually kind of strength screwed. My Raven did. He has like 14 at level 20 when he's supposed to have like 18.
That's not a lot.
Which is still, you know, fine for FE7, but the whole point of Raven is he has lots of strength and speed.
Yeah, and if he can one-round things, that makes him so easy to feed fast levels to, and now that he doesn't one-round kill, maybe that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But at least, like, part of that is his good base. He got most of his levels with base anyway. Like, what is he now, 15 or something?
Something like that,
He hasn't been around a whole lot, I wouldn't say, Raven. Like,
he doesn't really need to be because he comes at such a low level and has a lot of chapters where he's useful.
Yeah, Dorcas 19. I did not expect him to end up here already. Damn. I guess he got a lot of chips between this chapter and the last one. This is the last turn already, right? I think it's the last turn. Yeah. Alright, good work,
he's not going to hit 20, but he's, you know, very close. Just one more chapter, really.
Yeah, that's really nice, because then you don't have to put up with this bullshit anymore.
Correct.
With his 3-hit killing enemies and barely surviving, and sometimes missing, putting enemies in healing AI. What a unit. Oh well. Good training chapter, though. Unfortunately, you didn't get to fight Vaida, but hey, it is what it is. Next time, we'll see you for... Oh my god, Jerme chapter.
Yeah, Jerme chapter!
This is what we've all been working towards. We'll see you next time.
Alright, bye.